Hello everyone and welcome to the channel, it's Maxim again, and we have got a new hero in the game. However, while I originally didn't want to make any Finding Nemo jokes, with the current situation, I can't help but do it. So yeah, like finding the Nemo for gems. You might be wondering why this hero doesn't have the Lucky Treasury option to get him for gems like every other hero in like the past year or I don't know how long, maybe more, ever since I started playing basically has had. So the reason is that the option actually was there. When I was recording a review video of the previous event, which was a little bit crap, so I didn't upload it yet, and it was actually there. And you can see here, the reason why they removed it is that it got broken, because you can see here in the jackpot there was 4 million gems. Yes, 4 million gems. And it was growing and growing. I think before I actually turned this event off, it was like 5 million maybe or something like that in my group. So that was fun. So anyway, with that being said, we will not be doing any testing, because while I do already have 5 shards, I didn't do all 10 before he disappeared. So that's kind of, fun, I guess. But yeah, let's go and talk about the hero. So it's gonna be more of a first look than an actual, review or spotlight. I will actually use I guess I'm gonna use some clips from some of my viewers who already unlocked him. But let's talk about him first. So what he is, well, as we saw, like there were some leaks before about a guy called Mare or something who was clearly not real. I didn't make a video about that though. And this thing seems to be a little bit like it, but they change with like a completely different effect on the proc. It actually was leaked already 2 days ago by Top War community, but I didn't really believe it, or like I was busy and stuff, so I didn't make a leak about that either. So yeah, let's take a look at it. So he is gonna increase the attack of your naval units by 53 to 80%. With that being said, that this kind of attack modifier is actually a complete multiplier, so it's like actually better than plus damage, because it actually increases your real damage by that much. Unless you have another hero with the same effect, then those two are additive instead of multiplicative. I explained that before in other videos. Maybe I'll someday will make like a separate video about that as well. I'm actually not sure how many he starts with in the beginning. Anyway, because it says here that it doesn't say that he starts with any amount, but once he gets 7, he's gonna lock out one of the enemy heroes for the next 3 attacks that they cannot proc. So what that means is that, for instance, if you're gonna be fighting enemy Maximo, he cannot proc for 3 attacks, which is pretty nice. However, unless you have a higher exclusive like super thing, like the exclusive skill, on him, he's gonna take a while to activate. But if you do have him, his exclusive skill on higher level, the level 3 is gonna increase HP of all your units by 30%. Level 5 is gonna make him start a 3 rage, which would then mean that he's gonna need only 4 shots to fire. And also means that the silence is gonna last 1 more attack. What is kind of interesting though is that the level 7 one is gonna increase the attack damage by 80% for the following 3 rounds. So the question is, what does that mean? Because again, I think it's like a bad translation. I actually saw somewhere on Discord that in the German, for instance, it says attack. In Turkish, it says like attack as well. So yeah, in some languages it says attack, in some it says damage, in some it says attack damage. So who knows what it actually does? And also 3 rounds might actually be 3 attacks, I'm guessing, because otherwise it would be like permanent. So we are going to have to wait and see. That thing might be insanely overpowered, or it might actually not be that great, because if you are a whale who's gonna pay for level 7 of this skill, you are probably going to have like 2000 plus, navy and all damage. Or attack, sorry, all attack. Navy and all attack. So 80% is not gonna be such a big deal, but if it's like 80% damage, to like your current 100 or 200% damage, then it's gonna be like a third of real damage, you know, like the final true damage modifier, which is pretty big. Or it might be a separate, you know, or it could actually be like the hero one, so, or like a completely separate modifier. So we're gonna see about that in the future when we get him, and when the whales get him, of course. So currently the only way to get him is for the $20 option. However, I believe that the Lucky Treasury is gonna come back. I was actually waiting for an hour if it's gonna come back first, but it didn't. So I'm making at least this first look video, and yeah, we're just gonna have to see when it comes back. Anyway, as I said, I cannot actually show you the hero myself, but there is a little bit like of, for instance, here you have got. He's just gonna lock out that Optimus Prime for 3 enemy attacks. So for the next 3 attacks, Optimus Prime cannot proc. So that's pretty nice. It's gonna be very nice if you can actually lock out enemy Akatora as well, I guess. We're gonna see what happens with that. If that's it should work as well. So, you know, like if you lock out enemy Akatora right before he's supposed to shoot, that could be quite a big deal as well. And yeah, let's just, you know, like there's a little bit of here, like the battle report here as well, but I think that's for the same actually that was shown there actually. But I saw somewhere else, and currently it would appear that his main purpose is to a little bit make the gap between air and navy a little bit smaller now, because of you know, the like looking out Maximo and other air proc heroes, and make the gap between navy and army even bigger after army got improved by Megatron. So like you're gonna be locking out enemy Praeses, locking out enemy Megatron, locking out enemy Katyusha, and that's gonna increase the gap between navy and land. In other news, we've got some other events here, but I made a video about this event before when it was around, but I'm actually not sure what it was called back then. So I'll have to look for that and make a separate video about this as well. But I'm just super tired after not sleeping and doing the baking videos in the morning for several hours. So that was not such a great idea. But anyway, my final thoughts. My final thoughts. So it's gonna be. He's gonna give you about as much as attack, or more attack than Nimitz actually. About as much attack as Basil, with the extra lockout. So of course he's gonna be good. I think he is going to be the new meta for the damage increase, or the like attack multiplier, because you do need an attack this effect, like the increase of attack hero. You need like one of them. No matter if you're using 2 heroes, 3 heroes, you need one of these guys. So he's gonna be replacing your Nimitz, replacing your Basil, replacing your what's her name? The girl. Sorry guys. Replacing your I cannot find her. I'm blind. There is the new, you know, I've got the new filters on. And I actually don't remember what level I have her on. So Balos. So yeah, it's gonna be replacing your Balos, because locking out the enemy proc is gonna be much better than a missile, which does jackal damage. Okay. So yeah, in my opinion, he's gonna be replacing these things. But then again, as usual, you know, as soon as they open the Lucky Treasury, my advice is to get him 1 star. You can wait for a while and choose which, like if you want to spend your gold shards or not. So until next time, please like, share, subscribe, and have a wonderful day.